My dear friends, there comes a time in every life when the joy we once knew seems to slip through our fingers. The laughter fades, the colors grow dim, and our hearts feel heavy with burdens too great to bear. We walk through the motions, carrying pain we never asked for. Loss, betrayal, heartbreak, disappointment. It feels as if the joy we once held has vanished into the shadows of life's troubles. But I bring you a promise today, not from man, not from any human voice, but from God Himself. He said, I will restore your joy. Not might, not maybe, but will. That word is a declaration. It is a promise sealed by the one who cannot lie. It is a guarantee from the heart of God to yours, that your broken spirit will not stay broken, that your tears have not been in vain, that your weary soul will know the warmth of gladness once again. You may ask, how can this be? Because you've seen too much pain, because you've endured too many storms. But I urge you, don't judge your future by your past. The God who created the heavens also knows how to mend your heart. The same power that raised the sun this morning is at work in your life right now, even in your sorrow, even in your silence. He sees what no one else sees. He knows what weighs you down, and He is not far off. He is near, closer than your breath. When God speaks, His words are not empty or uncertain. They are not guesses or hopeful suggestions. They are truth, solid, unwavering, and eternal. So when He says, I will restore your joy, He is not offering a fleeting comfort or a momentary relief. He is making a promise, one that is anchored in His character and His power. This is not the kind of promise we hear from people who may mean well but are limited by time, strength, or circumstance. This is a declaration from the one who spoke the world into existence, who holds time in His hands, and who sees the end from the beginning. Many people carry wounds that have silenced their joy. Disappointments, heartbreak, failures. These things weigh on the soul. Over time, the laughter fades, the light in the eyes dims, and the heart begins to believe that joy is something that belongs to the past. But God's word stands above feelings, above pain, above all circumstances. When He says, I will restore, He is declaring that what has been broken will be made whole again. Not might be, not could be, but will be. This promise is not based on how strong or faithful we are. It doesn't depend on how perfect our past has been or how well we've held ourselves together. It depends entirely on who God is. He is a restorer by nature. Throughout history, He has shown His heart to renew, to redeem, to bring beauty from ashes. From the stories of ancient days to the quiet personal stories in our lives today, His restoration power has never changed. It is just as alive and active now as it has ever been. The certainty of God's promise means we do not have to live in fear of permanent loss. Even if joy feels far away, even if we can't see the way forward, we are not left to figure it out alone. We are not abandoned in the dark. There is a light that still shines, the light of God's promise. And that light tells us that our story is not finished, that joy is not gone forever, and that the days ahead can hold more peace and beauty than the ones behind us. This isn't about wishful thinking or positive feelings. It's about trust. It's about holding on to a truth greater than your circumstances. When everything around you says it's over, His word says it's not. When the world says you'll never feel whole again, He says you will. His promise isn't shaken by time or trauma. It stands. And because it stands, you can stand. There's power in believing what God says about your life. It changes how you carry pain. It transforms how you wait. When you hold on to His promise, you begin to look at your sorrow not as an ending, but as a season, a part of your journey, not the whole story. And slowly, sometimes quietly, hope begins to rise. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you know the one who holds your future. And He has already spoken, I will restore your joy. So you don't have to be afraid of what's ahead. You don't have to measure your life by the weight of your sorrow. You can walk forward, even with tears in your eyes, because joy is coming. Not because you deserve it, not because you've earned it, but because God promised it. And when He says something, when He declares it with love and power and purpose, it will come to pass. Not one word of His promise will fall to the ground. Your joy may feel lost today, but it is already in the process of being restored. Believe that, stand on it, and let that truth carry you forward. Joy is not found in perfect circumstances, It's not hidden at the end of a problem-free life. It's not something that only appears when everything is going right. Instead, the kind of joy that lasts, the kind that holds steady through the winds of change, comes from something much deeper than external comfort. It comes from knowing that God is with you, even in the middle of your pain. That knowledge, that deep inner awareness of His presence, becomes a wellspring of peace and strength even when your heart is breaking. People often chase joy through achievement, relationships, possessions, or temporary pleasures. These things might offer a moment of relief, but they can't truly satisfy the soul. They don't heal wounds, and they don't give peace when life gets hard. But when God is present in your life, there is a kind of joy that can exist even in sorrow. There is a quiet confidence that rises when you understand that you are not walking alone. That assurance doesn't erase the pain, but it transforms how you carry it. Instead of being crushed under its weight, you are held up by a presence greater than the burden. There is something unexplainable that happens when God is near. A calm can settle your spirit even when the storm hasn't passed. A hope can begin to grow even before you see the outcome. And that hope brings joy, not because the situation has changed, but because you know you're not facing it alone. The awareness of His nearness does something powerful within. It awakens something that pain tried to bury. It reminds your soul that there is still light, even in the darkness. This is why some people can walk through incredible suffering and still radiate peace. It's not that they're stronger or better, it's that they've learned to lean on a source that doesn't run dry. They've found that joy doesn't come from what you have, but from who you're walking with. And when you walk with God, even in the valley, there is comfort. There is a joy that comes from knowing that your steps are ordered, your tears are seen, and your pain is not wasted. When we stop depending on circumstances for our joy, we begin to live with greater freedom. We're no longer at the mercy of good days or bad days. We're no longer driven by what's going wrong or right. We learn to anchor our hearts in something eternal, something unchanging. God's presence is not a temporary escape. It is a daily invitation to experience peace in the middle of real life. And when we accept that invitation, we start to discover a joy that endures. Even on the hardest days, when the grief is heavy and the answers seem far away, the presence of God becomes a lifeline. It doesn't always take away the pain immediately, but it reminds us that we're being carried, that we're seen, that there is purpose in the waiting and healing in the process. And somehow, in that space of trust and surrender, joy begins to stir again. It rises not as a feeling but as a strength. The joy God gives isn't loud or showy, it's quiet and deep. It's the kind of joy that can sit beside your sorrow and still bring peace. The kind that doesn't depend on things working out just right. The kind that whispers, "You're not alone," when the night feels endless. And over time, that whisper becomes a song. That peace becomes power. That strength becomes joy. So no matter what you're facing, no matter how broken things may feel, know this: the presence of God is enough. It is enough to carry you, enough to comfort you, enough to restore you, and in His presence, your joy is not only possible, it is promised. Let that truth rest in your heart today. Let it lead you through. Because even when life is hard, God is still good. And where He is, joy lives, even in the valley. There are moments in life when everything feels like it's been taken: peace, joy, purpose. The weight of loss can settle so deeply into a person's soul that it becomes hard to imagine things being different. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, a dream that never came to pass, years spent in struggle, or the kind of heartbreak that leaves no visible scars but reshapes everything inside. These experiences can leave us feeling empty and forgotten. But none of it is wasted. Not a single tear, not a single quiet cry in the dark. In God's hands, even the most shattered pieces of our lives are not discarded. They are gathered, seen, and held with a purpose that may take time to understand, but will never be abandoned. The beauty of God's nature is that He does not leave us where life has broken us. He is not absent in our pain. In fact, some of the most profound healing comes not when life is easy, but when we find ourselves in the quiet places of loss and longing, and He meets us there. He doesn't rush the process. He doesn't demand that we pretend everything is fine. He sits with us in the ashes, walks with us through the grief, and gently begins to speak words of hope into the places that feel numb and empty. Restoration is not about going back to the way things were. It's about moving forward with something new, something deeper, something touched by God's redemptive power. He has a way of taking what was meant to destroy us and using it to build something strong, something beautiful. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't always happen the way we expect. But it happens. It's happening even when we can't see it. He is always working, even in the silence. When God restores, He doesn't just return what was lost. Often He gives more, not always in the same form, maybe not the same relationship, the same dream, the same opportunity, but in a way that fills the soul again. He gives deeper peace, clearer vision, stronger faith. He gives you back your voice, your strength, your ability to love again, to laugh again, to hope again. These aren't small things. These are miracles wrapped in quiet moments. The kind of restoration that only heaven can give. For those who feel like too much has been lost, time, years, energy, identity, know this: God has not lost track of your story. He's not confused by your past or discouraged by your pain. In fact, He sees it all, and He weaves it into the plan He has for your life. That plan isn't canceled because of what's been broken. It's being rewritten with grace and purpose. And sometimes it's in the very breaking that the light begins to shine through. There is something sacred about being restored. Be God. It humbles you. It softens you. It changes you in ways you didn't expect. You stop needing everything to be perfect, and you start realizing the beauty of simply being whole again, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. You find that your joy doesn't need to come from the outside world, but from the quiet assurance that God is not finished with you yet. And if you're still waiting, still in that place where it all feels heavy, don't lose heart. The story isn't over. What feels like an ending may only be a beginning. Restoration is coming, even if you can't see it. It may come slowly, but it will come surely. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are being held by the one who restores, who renews, who breathes life into the dry bones of your spirit. What was lost may have left a scar, but it doesn't have to steal your future. God is still in the business of making all things new, and that includes you. When God restores joy, He doesn't simply return what was taken or bring you back to where you once were. His restoration goes beyond recovery. It brings a transformation. The joy that He gives after a season of pain is deeper, richer, and more enduring than what you had before. It's not the same joy the world offers, which fades quickly and depends on fleeting moments. It's a joy built through the fire, refined by hardship, and grounded in a renewed trust in Him. It is the kind of joy that has roots, strong, unshakable, and tested. After you have walked through pain, endured loss, or stood in the face of heartbreak, you begin to see life differently. You become more aware of what really matters. The laughter that once came easy may return slowly, but when it does, it is more sincere, more sacred. The peace that begins to flood your soul isn't surface level. It runs deep, forged in the stillness of surrender and the presence of God. And in that place, joy begins to rise again. Not because everything is fixed, but because you are no longer trying to hold it all together alone. You've learned to lean into the one who never leaves, never fails, and never forgets His promise. This joy is not loud or boastful. It doesn't always look like celebration. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's found in small moments. A sunrise that touches your heart. A conversation that brings healing. A deep breath in the middle of a day that once would have broken you. These are signs of God's restoration. These are pieces of joy returning, stronger than they were before because they are now infused with gratitude and grace. What you gain after walking through suffering isn't just joy, it's wisdom. It's the ability to see God's hand where you once saw only chaos. It's the understanding that He was with you even when you couldn't feel Him. That knowledge changes how you experience life moving forward. You stop measuring joy by what you have or how easy things are. Instead, you begin to measure it by how present God is in your life, and He is always present. There's a kind of power that comes when you've seen God bring you through something that almost took you out. That power becomes part of your story. It's in the way you speak, in the way you comfort others, in the quiet confidence that tells people you've been through the storm and found peace on the other side. Your joy becomes a testimony. It becomes a light to others walking through their own darkness. And that's the beauty of God's restoration. It never stops with you. It flows through you. What was once broken now carries strength. What once silenced your praise now amplifies it. And the joy that God gives is no longer just a feeling, it's a foundation. It becomes something you carry even on hard days. It becomes something that no one can take from you, because it wasn't built by circumstance, it was built by grace. So when God says, "Sansanai will restore your joy," He isn't offering a temporary fix or a shallow smile. He is promising something that will anchor your soul, something that will outlast the storm, outshine the darkness, and overflow into every part of your life. It's a joy that lives deeper, speaks louder in silence, and endures longer than any pain you faced. And if you are still waiting to feel that joy again, don't give up. It is coming. It may come slowly, quietly, in ways you don't expect, but it will come. Because when God restores, He always does it fully. What He gives back is never less than what was lost. It is more. It is better. It is blessed. And it is yours to receive.